went to get my license the other day at the DMV. Yes, I'm fucking almost 40 getting my license at the DMV. You know what she says? You know what this kind woman says? She looks at me dead in the face. She goes, well, you better get your permit. And I said, all right. I was like, well, that goes towards, she goes, nope. And she was so happy to give me the bad news.
Yeah.
She says, it's $130 to get your permit. She goes, and you have to get your permit or else you got to wait 2 months to get your license.
Right.
I said, fuck you. I'm not even joking.
Did you really?
She goes, well, if you get pulled over, they're going to take it. I go, and what
take
else?
It all.
And what else
take
is new?
It all.
What?
I'm fucking crazy.
Yeah, and what's the alternative? Give you more money?
Yes.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck
it's like Kingpin.
Yeah, fuck Nevada's fees. Those casinos alone could take care of every goddamn citizen that lives out here. Every fucking Nevadan and Las Vegas that lives out here, that money should be going into our pockets, taking care of our roads. No, we still foot the bill for everything. Yeah. And that money goes to one small group.
They take our money and then they use our money against us. They literally weaponize our own money that we like work, sweat, blood, tears, all that, using your time, not hanging out with your family, not seeing your friends. Then you pay them their cut, right? You got to render unto Caesar, if you will. And then they take that money, weaponize it, and use it against us. Yeah. We're getting fucked, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, something has to change.
Dude, and I would never fucking
say... And that's on a mass scale, too. Yes. It's not like on the whole country scale. Even globally, other governments are doing this shit. We all know.
They all are. But they're just taking advantage of us.
At what point is enough? Like, they work for us, not the other way around.
The truth is that you would need...
Or they're supposed to.
You would need... And this is so shitty and talk... You do need, whatever they talk about January 6th, we need an insurrection. Mm-hmm. We need the citizens to literally go into the system and break it all down, take the same ideals because it's a working system. Mm-hmm. We've seen it before. We've seen these governments.
There's a clear line between the old traditional values and methods that we use in our belief systems and all that, and how the country looked and ran then. I mean, minus, like the hate crimes and all that shit, but I'm just talking like economically speaking. And then there's a clear drop off from the new age thinking. Like the results are in. Yep. We've seen what it creates. You know what I mean? Look at the whole of society. The fabric of society is melting away right in front of us. It's just mass psychosis everywhere. The results are in. So we got to find like a good happy blend of the two. Like there's some lessons from the new age stuff that we've done. Sure. You know what I mean? But there's also a lot of value in the old ways that we've refined and polished for hundreds of thousands of fucking years. They didn't come from nowhere. This is like every generation exceeds the good work of the previous generation based off of the good work of the previous generation. Yeah. Like this TV didn't just exist. First someone figured out electricity, and then they figured out circuit boards, and then soldering, and then the next guy learned all that, and then took that further and made 8-bit computers, and then the next guy learned that, and then took that to 16-bit, 64-bit, yada, yada, yada. And there's a clear evolution. The same is true of morals and values and thought systems, and philosophies and logic and things like this. We need to find a good balance, keep the good, get rid of the bad, refine the rest, introduce new concepts, road test them, but if they don't work or when they don't work, get rid of them. Try something else. We shouldn't be married to any one specific ideal. Adaptation is the fundamental principle of all evolution.
You know when it went wrong, Nick? For me, you know when it went wrong? So the circuit board...
soapbox, bro.
No,
I'm sorry.
Dude, no, hey. I know I was really gay when I was touching like that, but this is how much I love you.
Lower.
This is how much of a man crush I have.
Hand, buddy.
Is that when you
Next
get
time
on
make
that...
it my thigh.
Dude, you don't know how much I love when you get on that, okay? Because then I interject with something and I'll lighten it up a little bit, but you're absolutely right, because you know this shit and you read about this shit. You know when we went wrong? It wasn't when we made electricity. It wasn't the circuit board. It wasn't a bunch of fucking men back with fedoras making these ideas. You know when it went wrong? When some 8-year-old in Japan made the TV and then sent it over to our government and they tax us 90% on the fucking thing. That's when things went wrong. Greed. When it was cheaper to have fucking... When we outsourced labor to other fucking countries to make this TV. 100%. That's when it was wrong. Now, granted, we were fucking up TVs left and right, but we could have learned. We could have learned. I'd say Cadillacs are pretty nice. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you this right now.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
No, please. No. Yeah, I'm just saying is that you're absolutely right. There was a point when the fuckers started getting fucked. Mm-hmm. I liked when our government would fuck other countries so we would fucking succeed. That's how it was. Now we don't need to be so brutal anymore because we're this big huge market. Yeah, we're good. Yes. But now the scope went from, okay, well, we can't fuck them. You know who we should fuck? Turn the fucking, the perception right around. It was like, America. We can start taking out of their pockets. Then we start fucking them.
Which is the exact thing that made America come into existence, because the UK or whatever, Great Britain or whatever the fuck.
Yep.
That's what happened. They started doing exactly this, and then we looked at them and said, fuck that, we'll start our own country.
Yep.
And that's exactly what created us. That's the inception of our whole country, was based off of exactly what they're trying to do again now.
Yes.
So it's like, what do you think is going to happen? Human nature is human nature. You can only control and enslave people to a certain point, and eventually it wears off. Eventually people wake up, and there's a problem. So, and that's going to bring me back to the point I wanted to make a moment ago. Also, I'm sorry, like sometimes we step on each other because we both have like such a manic energy about this. Yeah. But I'm not trying to cut you off.
Yeah,
right?
no, please.
Okay, yeah, I don't mean to do that. So.
No, please.
Anyway, so I think that like throughout history in general, all right, how do I set this up? All right, so the people that are in power that have been running the show, and they have so much to lose if we wake up to this, and they know that like an insurrection might be coming and we might fight back. So they're going to be very, very aggressive and violent towards us to control that situation from happening. And so in the past, when we realized we were getting fucked, someone would go out on the streets and rally everyone and get them frothing at the mouth, pissed off, you know, like, yeah, let's go get them, pitchforks, torches, and all that. I think that a new way of handling this should be introduced. And this is just something that I've been personally working on in my own head. So, all right. So these people are going to get attacked by us when we all realize what the fuck's going on and we all wake up to it, and then there's pushback. But instead of saying, hey, let's get them, let's kill them, let's get them out of there, let's replace them with something else, let's offer them the opportunity for redemption. So all energy can be converted. It cannot be destroyed. Everyone understands that to a point, right? So when you have hostility and then it's reacted to with hostility, violence begets violence, right? And then you perpetuate the cycle. Like, if someone kills my brother, now I want vengeance, so I kill their brother, and now their sister wants vengeance on me for killing their brother, and then they kill my mom, and it just goes back and forth forever. So eventually we have to stop this cycle. So even though we could be 100% justified in how we've been treated, that we've been wronged, and we've been disenfranchised, and we have righteous anger, righteous hatred, we deserve, you know, what recompense and all this shit, maybe it's time to look at the powers that be, the people that are up there that are afraid to lose those positions, and say, hey, listen, we understand that what you're doing is wrong. We don't want to take this anymore. But instead of us saying kill them, why don't we offer them the chance for redemption and say, hey, why don't you just come to the table and negotiate with us? We won't take all your power away. We're not going to try to overthrow you and like be a threat to you, if you will. But how about we all just shake hands, let bygones be bygones, make legitimate changes that are in the service of all of us, and then just move forward and offer some kind of grace. It's a little bit of mercy. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if we come at them with the face of we're going to come and get you and take it from you, they're going to fight back. And at some point, we need to try a different method in order to solve these issues. So I say to you guys, the powers that be that are going to probably whack Andrew Tate, that killed John McAfee, listen, you fucked up. It's been terrible. We see what you're doing. It's awful. We want it to end. But hey, how about we just don't fight anymore? Why don't we offer you a chance for redemption and a little bit of peace and class and grace? And let's just get on with our lives and just do better from here on out. All right, we're going to give you the chance to turn it around. Just do better. Can't we do that?
I disagree.
Good. No, I like this. Good, let's hear it. It's your turn.
Get them the fuck out. You work for us, cocksuckers. This money comes out of our pockets. You think I'm going to walk up to this establishment and go, listen, let's sit down and no. You were supposed to do the right thing in the fucking beginning. You know when you were supposed to do the right thing? When we fucking elected you in there. You know what?
Right.
You didn't get into office to fuck us. It's just what you wind up doing. You know what I mean? So when I talk about peace and everything like that, no. That was already established. Remember, we're the advanced ones. You know what I'm saying? So I want to grab men and women and kick them right out on their fucking asses.
But this is how we've always handled it historically. And I know it's righteous and you are justified, like I was just saying, but maybe that's going to lead us into a civil war. We're absolutely going to have another civil war. We're going to have to fight bloodshed, death, destruction.
I don't think it's going to end on some field in bloodshed, though, where we're intense, sawing off legs.
I don't know about sawing off fucking legs.
I can tell you this. One thing that everybody understands, and this is from the days of Bob Oppenheimer, one thing that everybody understands is that mass destruction pretty much leads to nowhere. Exactly. Because it gets nobody nothing, right? So if there's a civil war that's fought, it's not going to be on a battlefield. Now, there's going to be casualties, and I'm talking about with life. But I could say this, it's going to be an economic one. It's going to be, well, our side wants this and our side wants it. And then we're going to be this divided country. And that strength isn't going to be there anymore. And I'm not talking about diversity. Everybody's talking about strength and different. No. It's going to be politically split in half, and because we can't agree on anything.
But where do you think that leads? Like, how can we have an economic war amongst ourselves?
It's going to lead horrible.
I was like,
we suffer. We all suffer. But I'm saying we can't negotiate with people that were supposed to do the job right in the first place. We talked about it the other day. They haven't passed anything in Congress in fucking years. It's always this majority. Republicans come put something on the table. No. Democrats put something on the table.
Exactly what it is.
No,
that's
we
what
don't
they
want
literally
that.
do.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And it's the 51 and the 51 and the 50. And you know what? Nothing ever gets done.
But that's what I'm saying. So we have these opposing forces, but how about we finally just fucking come together? Let's come to the negotiation table and try a different way. I hear what you're saying, but and again, like, these are just theories that I've been having and just thoughts that it's a premature thought. I've been developing it lately, but I think that there's something in that can be worked with. It does make sense.
Is there good people left there? Yes. But I think the corruption is so deep.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, it is painfully obvious the laws that they break and shit now, and they don't care.
In broad fucking daylight.
That's what scares me. Because why? Because just going back to those government institutions, same ones that put fee after fee after fee, you think the FBI is gonna, let's say one of them really did, without going out in broad daylight and hacking somebody up in front of you. Let's say one of them stole ridiculous amounts of money from us tomorrow, right? You think anybody's beating down their door?
No, not at all.
No,
they
get away with it. Why? Because the corruption runs so deep. So I think the only thing that would save us is a complete and utter breakdown, clean house, get rid of all of them, and just start with anybody that's elected. And you know what? Since we can't agree on either side, that's totally fine. Start completely fresh. But this is where we come in, where instead of what leads to a civil war, what comes in. We all have to make sacrifices, and we all have to come to some type of conclusion and agreement, and we have to say, okay, small losses here lead to big victories there. Right. We have to say, okay, you don't like this guy, take him off the table. We don't like that guy, and it has to go one by one. But do you think we have the patience?
But then it's convoluted, and you just end up in this circular fucking...
Well, dude, you think this is a pipe dream, I'm telling you. It's never going to happen. Do I think we're leading to civil war? Yeah. But that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you this golden path that, where everybody, hands across America, #2, everybody's excited, we're all fucking happy in the streets, and we're making money again. No, I don't think it'll happen. No, I call me a pessimist, call me whatever you want. Absolutely, I don't think it's happening. I think that we are headed towards an all-out collapse of the Western world, and I think that we're to blame.
That's probably true. I mean, if you read any history book, every empire falls apart, and it usually goes something like this. It's at their peak, and people get complacent, and everyone knows
the greats,
everyone knows
absolutely,
the fall of Rome, blah blah.
Yeah.
But maybe if we apply a different tactic and a different psychology to solving the issue, we'll have a different result, which I strongly believe in. And you never know, like, theories,
getting them on board.
Try. That's what I'm saying. Well, they're only going to show their teeth if they feel truly threatened, like we're coming for them, and they're going to push way harder. So if we just go, hey, look, we're of one mind. We all know what you're doing. We're ready to rock if we need to. But we're going to offer you this chance to come to the table. Maybe we could solve this peaceably, and then we could start angling in a different direction. It's just an idea.
Yeah.
I know we all want to cut their heads off, but at some point, it's like, it's got to stop somewhere.
I think a lot of the craziness...
Someone's got to take the fucking high road, right?
Yeah. But I don't think anybody's wondering. I think, you know what I think? You know what I think is really heading the charge now? I think that there's the extreme mentality of the extreme condition is really holding us back. I think things have gone so far left and so far right that we can't see the forest for the trees.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, we're so fucking crazy about. I see the tranny the other day. Like, we made light of it, sure, but the tranny the other day, I'm so pissed off, because it's like, dude, sticking a popsicle up his ass, pretending he's a woman. How is that crazy?
At what point do you go, Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Come
yeah.
the fuck on.
But
can I fix this real fast?
Sure,
It's driving
please.
me nuts.
Absolutely.
Just 'cause I can see that you're.
Is it wiggling?
No, it's not hanging in front of the mic, so it's not gonna capture this. I don't want to have to edit.
No,
the sound
no,
quality
please.
later.
Oh, it sounds much better.
It does. Love you, bro.
Okay. No, please, yeah. If I'm sweet, please.
I didn't mean to
no.
father you.
No worries. Hey, Dad, you get this right.
You want a lolly?
Yeah.
You want a lolly?
No. But yeah, it's gone so far left, so far right that nobody's willing to negotiate any of their ideals for anything anymore. And that's why, again,
what you said was perfect. It struck a chord, is that you can't see the forest from the trees.
Yeah.
We're so zoomed in and micro-analyzing every little detail, every little reaction, everything that's said, everything that's done on such a micro scale.
I'm guilty of it.
That you're right, that we lost sight of the entire picture. So we need to expand and contract. Sometimes you zoom in and you need to see the details, and then sometimes you got to zoom out so you can see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And you got to go in and out and change your zoom and change your level so you could see in a 360-degree way everything that's actually happening. And that's why we need to stop zoning into or tuning into this shit every day on such a micro level and analyzing everything that's said, every news article, everything that everyone's talking about. Sometimes you just got to shut it the fuck off.
Yeah.
Go take a walk, spend time with your friends and family, and don't think about it at all. And when you come back with a new perspective and fresh eyes.
Decompress.
And that gives you clarity.
Yeah. And that's a hard thing to do now because it's like I can tell you this right now. I open my phone. I got social media. I'm like fucking everybody else. I open up my phone. Something's going to piss me off on Twitter.
Immediately. And now you're in that thought process. Immediately.
I hang that up. I go to IG. Something's going to piss me off on IG. Why? Because when you pull emotional cords on people, they're there to stay.
And they know.
Right,
these people they probably spend billions of dollars on, just like researching psychology.
Yeah.
This stuff is all intentional. They know, just like all of Vegas is based in human psychology. You think they're not doing that on a governmental scale? All these social media platforms, these coordinated attacks. They understand. They have smart people on their side. They put research into this.
Yep.
We have to stop being duped. And the only way to do that is to take possession over your mind and to deprogram and detox from all the shit that they're putting in it.
Yep.
And the only way that you could do that is to stop consuming it for a while.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Let me tell you how deep it goes.
Please consume our show.
Exactly. Listen to us.
Only listen to Irish Spaghetti.
Hey, don't get crazy. I mean, we're on the level.
We'll bring the news to your doorstep.
We're different. We're not trying to piss you off.